It's the return of Tua Tuesdays, the original. So me and Martin are back to break down every drop back of Tua Tagoailoa from the Week 1 2017 win over the Jacksonville Jaguars. We will talk about how the Dolphins can avoid getting off to a slow start offensively like they did this week. Next week, well, in 2 days against the Bills. Plus, we will also talk about the protection because the line, they did their job. So we got a ton to talk about, a ton to go over. We'll also touch on the Tyreek body cam footage, some injury updates from practice, and much more. Do us a favor, smash the like button, subscribe if you are new, and let's get into this.
Touchdown! Got it! You have got to be kidding me. Jalen Waddle has a Dolphin touchdown. And he will score! Field down the near side, man open, touchdown! The run from Tua Tagovailoa. Touchdown! He's going deep. He's got it for a touchdown again! Touchdown!
Beautiful day to be a Dolphin fan. Let's go! What is good, Fin Nation? What's good? We back at it like a Craftmatic, baby. Shout out to all of you for coming through. Over 111 of you trickling in already. Smash that like button. Subscribe as you're new. Subscribe if you're new as you come through. Listen, me and Martin were talking about it. We might have a shift in this show this year where, I'm telling you right now, guys, we got about like 48 plays to go over. And we were just talking about how we can trim the fat and make this a little bit more, efficient in terms of our time and getting the information to you guys too. So you expect some changes coming over the next couple of weeks because I said to Martin, I said, we might as well have cut all the screens out and only left in the big ones or the ones we wanted to show blocking examples on. And that would have cut our workload down massively today. So that's a problem, when you got an offense that wants to throw screens as an extension of the run game. Those plays add up, right? So especially now with Achane and his and the involvement we're seeing he might have this season. So we'll talk about that, and there'll be some changes coming to Tua Tuesdays just so we can be a little bit more concise and a little bit more efficient with our time. But speaking of Achane, and let's add in Mostert. Achane and Mostert did not practice yesterday or today. Now, yesterday was not a practice day, but that was the estimation, and that was what's on the injury report. Today was a walkthrough, and neither one of them practiced. So we could be in line for Jalen Wright season come this Thursday. But, Martin, that's kind of a big blow because as we saw in game one, Achane is now an integral part of this offense and this passing offense.
Yes, 100%. And I would assume that maybe Mike McDaniel is just using, this short week as a rest period for Mostert and Achane. Maybe not too sure. But what I did see this past weekend in that Jacksonville game, yeah, they're using Achane as an extension of the run in the screen game, in the flats. I saw him run some deep routes as well. Basically, I expect the CMC role to be like more or less evolved into Achane's role on this team. And obviously, we're not trying to say he will become that caliber of a player, God willing, that should happen. If we're anticipating his trajectory the right way, since he stepped on the field in the NFL. But what I saw this past weekend, I was highly impressed, with H.N. and what he did for us offensively.
Yeah. So, hey, man, might be the Jalen Wright show. So we'll see how it goes. Before we get into everything, I do want to cover this because I talked about it on the show a little bit yesterday. And then after the show, the body cam footage was released of what happened to Tyreek Hill, Jonnu Smith, and Calais Campbell. Personally, where I stand on this, Tyreek Hill, all right, other than saying, don't tap on my window, bro, and you can't tell me what to do, what did he really, and which is just, that's just him being a little abrasive. Cops should be able to put their ego aside and deal with that, okay, because they hear a lot worse in a day. Everyone wants to say, hey, well, he should have rolled his window down. He kept it down. Listen, I said it yesterday on the show. I said it in my tweet that blew up. I had a tweet yesterday. I got over 3 million views. It blew up over this stuff. But I said in response to someone who replied to it, he's a celebrity out in front of the stadium with fans starting to file in for the tailgate and driving by. Yeah, he's going to roll up his window because he doesn't want pictures and videos. And now it obviously ended up worse than that, but still. And I'll say this on my own experience. Whenever I've had a traffic stop or whatever the case may be is when I hand my insurance and my information and my ID, I roll up my window too when they walk back to the car. And if you look at it, the officer takes his ID, takes his information, looks at the VIN number in the front, and then looks like he's going to walk by and then starts tapping on the window. I'll be honest with you. This was all an ego stroke, in my opinion, by the police. This turned into a pissing match, right?
Right.
That officer who had the tattoos, the one who, Tyreek was addressing another officer, and another officer is the one who told him to get out. Then the officer with the tattoos doesn't even give him a minute to comply, opens the door and pulls him out. He ended up being the same officer that came off of the bike and sat Tyreek down, and you heard Tyreek saying, hey, yo, chill, I just had knee surgery. Might have been a scope, so we got some news and information out of it. I thought that tattooed officer was overly aggressive. I thought Jonnu Smith was listening to one officer who was telling him to leave. Then the officer who was knocking on Tyreek's window shoots over there and tells him, give me your ID, when John was on the phone with Drew Rosenhaus. And John who's telling him, hey, I'm listening to this officer told me to leave. And so now this other officer, because Tyreek was talking back to him, he gets aggressive with Jonnu. And Calais Campbell, he's got his hands up, walking to the scene, and the officers still choose to be aggressive with him when it's clear that he's not looking for conflict. I thought it was a terrible job of de-escalation. I thought, you should be aware enough of where that area you're patrolling. You should know that area well enough that if you see a nice car like that, it's probably a football player. Like, it's probably a football player right outside the freaking stadium. The citations came out. They gave him a citation for not wearing a seatbelt, but they never saw him. Here's the thing. Those tintos are so dark, and he never got ticketed for illegal tint, so I don't know. But those tints are so dark, there's no way you would have seen if he didn't have a seatbelt on or not. He didn't have a seatbelt on until he got up to the car. That's number one. Number two, they didn't radar him. If you look at the citation, they guesstimated that it was about 60 miles per hour. They didn't even have a clock on him. So if you don't have a clock on him, that should be a warning and go do your thing, right? Like, I'm going to be honest with you, man. Those officers, that doesn't look like the first time they've ever been that aggressive. It doesn't look like it's the first time they've ever treated someone like that. And
it's not funny, but it's
not. So, those officers, to me, I watched, if you want to see a really good, guy, he's a former Chicago police officer. Now, the language is a little out there. I don't agree with the language he uses at times, but his name is Officer Dominic Izzo. He's a former Chicago PD officer. He broke it down. He basically called them domestic terrorists, the way they handled that situation. Tyreek is under no legal obligation to roll down that window, and keep it down. That's just, and what are you worried about safety? Unless an officer is standing there, you were heading back to your car. You could see through the window if you could see the seatbelt. So you would see if he's able rustling around or pulling something out. And I just, I just thought it was handled so poorly. I don't agree with how Tyreek, Jonnu, and Calais Campbell were treated. And do I got to be the one to say it? It really feels like these guys were looking for something. They were looking for trouble, right? They saw a young African-American driving a really nice car, and let's flip the cherry. Let's flip the cherries and make this an issue. That's what it felt like, man. Like, this turned into too much of a, DICK measuring contest and pissing contest for me to really think otherwise. I mean, I don't know. Your thoughts?
Yeah, man. It was interesting to see the body cams, every angle, every officer whose body cam was, officially published to the public. But I don't know if you guys know this or have watched the movie, but Ryan Coogler, who's one of my favorite directors, he made one of his first motion pictures called Fruitvale Station or something like that, about the Bay Area gentleman that was he got into a little bit of altercation with police officers at a metro station.
Tyreek Hill was cooperating. He gave his ID and his information. He told them to go write up his check so he could get on with his life, write up his citation so he could get on with his life. Just because you're not under legal obligation. It's not illegal to put your window back up. That's his choice. That's his right. Anyways, continue, Martin.
Yeah, I'm just saying the situation was eerily similar to the situation in California as far as the movie that Ryan Coogler produced and Michael B. Jordan starred in. As far as when I saw Tyreek with his chest down on the ground and handcuffed to his back, I was like, damn, bro, I've seen this before. But ultimately, like how you said, both sides were like really Oscar Grant. There it is. Thank you, Ronnie. That's 100% what it is. Fruitvale Station. So it was like clearly both sides were just like, trying to. It was a tug of war. It was a tug of war, more or less. And unfortunately, it got blown out of proportion when it came to let the cooler heads prevail. But thank God, nothing serious, serious happened to anybody in that situation, police included. Because God forbid that during that takedown, when he told Tyreek to sit down and his knee, whatever the knee was like, and he hit it, and if he would have hit it a particular way and really injured Tyreek, and Tyreek was inactive for the game because a police officer, took him down, I guarantee you the Dolphins super fans who would have heard that news would have been like, give me that officer's badge.
Oh, yeah.
And they are going
Ray
to
Finkel.
that station.
They would have Ray Finkeled him, bro. You remember how they painted his house and they spray painted his house? And
egg shower, TP, every doo-doo doggy bags set on fire. Yeah. That guy would have seen the worst of it from the Dolphins.
And he would have deserved it.
I'm just glad they got past it. Hopefully, there is a situation where we can all meet at the same table and have a serious discussion about security, right? And how you're supposed to kind of conduct the traffic when you're out there at that type of event. It's a concert, bro. Like people are going to be a little, rowdy or whatever. But don't. It's not wise to escalate it any further.
Well, that was my thing, Martin. First off, to Brian Gugger. He says, "I'm happy you saw the video. I sent it to you via Patreon." Yeah, that's how I got it. Shout out to you, Brian. I appreciate you for that Dominic Izzo video. But okay. So when I brought up the Jonnu thing, the one officer was telling him to leave, and he was ready to comply. He was just on the phone. He was de-escalating the situation. Then the guy, because I think he just got demasculated by Tyreek, he comes over and he gets aggressive about getting the ID. Bro, the one cop was already handling the situation. Why are you coming and getting involved? Let that officer handle the situation. Yeah, and you know how the Brotherhood is, the one who was de-escalating, he's not going to step in and correct his buddy who just stepped in and was aggressive. He's not going to, they don't do that. They don't work like that.
Yeah, it was challenging. It was challenging to watch. It was challenging to see, but at the same time, it's still a reminder that this world is still as crazy as it can be. And any given moment, bro, things can turn left real quick. So, just enjoy your life, man. Tread lightly and stay out these headlines, man. I say it all the time. Just stay out the headlines.
You know what I got to say too is it feels like this team rallied around him and is becoming closer because of this too. It's not a distraction. They're using this as a lesson to come closer as a team. And it showed like Jonnu Smith and Calais Campbell are first-year guys, and they're on the scene willing to risk themselves and their health, because we know how it goes with police, willing to risk their health and their for their teammate who they just joined this offseason.
There's a brotherhood that's forging, and obviously this is one of those gestures where you can look back on it and be like, damn, man, these dudes really had my back when I was at a very scary and uncertain moment, and they were there, from the beginning, as soon as they pulled over. So shout out to everybody that made sure that both parties, Tyreek, the Dolphins, and the police that was securing the traffic, just moved their separate ways and figured it out, man.
And how does it look? They're over aggressive with Calais Campbell, who's a former Walter Payton Man of the Year, who's has his hands up the whole time. There's no sign of aggressiveness. Bruh. He's just checking in on his teammate. Like, it's evident.
Calais is 6'8", over 300 pounds, the voice of God, and he's just walking. Hey fellas, I just want to know what's going. I just want to know what's going on. This is my friend.
But he's showing them he's not going to escalate the situation whatsoever. There's no threat.
Yeah, but again, the officers that were on site were already kind of turned up, and anything that came into their ethos, they immediately saw it as a threat.
Well, and Martin, that's the problem. You remember in the body cam footage where the one guy says to the one officer says to the other one, "Yo, you know who that is, right?" And he's like, "No." He's like, he's one of the Dolphins star players. Bro, you got to know this stuff of the area you're in, dude. Like,
and the reason that this might also highlight a situation where, like, who are Stephen Ross, the Miami Dolphins, front office, whatever it might be, who's doing the hiring of this situation? How do they not know, who is who, and not understand? This is Tyreek Hill. He's speeding. Hey, Tyreek, man, come on, bro. You know better, man. Slow it down.
It's almost 11 a.m. Kickoffs in 2 hours. It's like 10:30. Kickoffs in 2 hours, and you can't put two and two together, even if you don't know who the players are. That luxury car right outside the stadium in that lane heading towards the stadium entrance is a player.
I mean,
never mind the aggressiveness. These guys are brain dead.
Yeah, some can, some can't, man. But I'm glad everybody's okay though.
Yeah, so am I, man. It could have gone obviously worse. We've seen it go a lot worse with police. So hey, it is what it is. Shout out to Tyreek and shout out to Jonnu and Calais Campbell for having his back. So
right, standing on business.
It is what it is, man. And all I gotta say is I'll say it for the second day in a row. Thank God we didn't trade for Deshaun Watson. Jesus Lord. Oh man. Did you see now they found Deshaun Watson has a burner on Twitter?
Burner account?
And he's been replying to a bunch of people over the last 24 hours, and they found his burner. And he's not taking any blame whatsoever. He's blaming Stefanski, the offensive line. He's blaming everyone but himself. Because you heard he's got a new charge coming, right?
I saw that too.
Yeah.
I seen that Cowboys game. Deshaun did not look like he was all the way there. Far as that processor. The processor was not there at all.
When me and EM used to have private conversations about the whole Deshaun Watson situation when the Dolphins were in the midst of looking into it. And I think you were privy to these conversations. Remember, I used to always say, man, he's missed a lot of time. I wonder if this is, remember I used to say, I wonder if this is going to affect. And sure as I didn't think he'd get washed up to this extent.
And the reason I wasn't necessarily worried about the time he missed. I was more concerned about the mental space that he was in. considering the veil has been completely ripped off of the persona of Deshaun Watson and how he would handle that in the public eye. And I just think he hasn't really handled it the way he probably should have to heal himself from his past endeavors. So it's difficult, man. But again, like how you said, I'm glad we stuck with Tua, and I'm glad Tua's on his trajectory. Forward. And Deshaun, God bless him, man. We'll see what happens, man.
Yeah, I'll take the number one passer in the league to start the year off, baby.
For the second year in a row.
Yeah, in a row. So let's get into this. Let's get into the film. Let's break down the film here. Week 1, baby. It was. Listen, smash that like button and subscribe if you're new, because this was a whole hell of a lot of work. Man, there's like 48, 49 plays. This is ridiculous. And like half of them are screens. My Lord. So, and if you're going to donate, these are the donate shows I tell you, donate, please. Jesus. Yeah. 2nd and 10 now after 2 failed rush attempts to start the game off. 2 is in the gun, empty backfield, 2x2 receiver set, 2 receivers split out to the left, and 2 stacked on the right. 11 personnel for Miami. Now, did you notice they ran a lot of whether they stayed in it or didn't or shifted? They ran a lot of initial cover 2 shells. They ran a lot of dime, and they ran some Ruby as well. With 3-2. 3-2-6 basically, right? They ran dime, Ruby. They were going defensive back heavy this game. And what's crazy about it is, I know Tua with the overthrow and then the touchdown later on, they still got beat over the top. I think the reason why that was a part of the game plan is because we might have witnessed one of the best duos as an edge rush tandem in Trayvon Walker and Josh Hines Allen, right? Yeah.
Both, and if you look at our game plan, I think that was a part of the game plan. Make sure that these guys don't get busy too early and really start chipping away at our confidence early. Hence, slip screens, slip this, slip that. It was to get those guys completely out of the way and let's get it behind their helmets. And let our guys, eat from the line of scrimmage forward. So it was one of those games where I knew they were going to stay in that four-man front and let everything else in the back end cook, because they got 2 dynamic edge rushers. So
Jaguars showed cover 2, but they're going to drop to cover 6-2-4. Achan's going to motion to the left, and it's a screen to that side. It's going to be instantly shut down for 3-yard loss. Here's the issue here. Devin Lloyd is untouched at the second level, as it looks like. If you look at Tyreek, right? It looks like Tyreek's assignment is to chip and then get to the next level, right? But he doesn't do the chip, right? Here, he just goes past him, right?
Yeah.
It looks like he's supposed to chip, and that's why he even stuttered like he was supposed to, right? Point. Now, Smythe is going to come across here. You see Smythe coming across that 20-yard line. And he doesn't get much of him. Well, look at Josh Allen Hines. Look at the play. Go back and look at Josh Allen Hines. Watch what he does. He's so smart in his awarenesses. Watch Josh Allen Hines coming off that right edge here. He's going to just disengage immediately. Okay, no, the ball's coming out. Look how quick that disengagement happens.
Right.
And he pivots back and he helps make the play. Shut down. Hey, good play by the Jags defense to start the game against the pass.
That's a hell of a play by Hines, man.
Yeah, it is.
Hell of a play by him.
It is.
I'm glad you mentioned that with Tyreek, because that's exactly what happened. If Tyreek gets a good enough chip, I think everything else kind of domino effect into a better lane for him to get big.
Yeah, because then there's no cutback and Hines can't make the tackle from behind, right?
Precisely.
Yeah.
Precisely.
3rd and 13 now. 2 is in the gun. Achan's to his right, 2x2 wide receiver set, 11 personnel. I saw a lot of 22 and 21 personnel too, specifically 21 personnel. Achan motions out to the right. Jags are going to show cover 4 Then they're going to switch to cover 3 as Johnson shifts to the perch and Cisco moves up as a robber. It's another screen to Achane. This time it's to the right, and the blocking is far better than the last one. We'll go back and look at it here. Big gain here. Achane saw the hole. Massive 39-yard gain to the Jacksonville 44. I thought Waddle and Barrios did a great job upfield. We can highlight that before I get into the offensive line here. But you look at Barrios and Waddle here blocking upfield. I thought, good job. Both of them engaged.
All of them engaged.
Yeah, both of them do their thing. And look at that hole. Buddy, Liam Eichenberg just lucked into this one, eh? Like, watch this. Did you see this? Watch this.
Yeah.
So you're going to see Austin Jackson, the right tackle, on your left side of your screen here. He's going to do a great job climbing and finding work to clear the lane, while Liam Eichenberg just basically gets a body in front of Cisco. You're going to see Cisco come in. So watch this. Right? Okay, so watch Cisco. He's 5 here. So watch Liam. Watch Liam. Look at great job by Jackson. Look at Liam just runs by and does a little push. He doesn't even set himself. He doesn't even set himself. Now, another thing here too. Look at Jonnu right here. If Jonnu lays this block, Achane's gone. That's a 6. If Jonnu lays that block, that's a 6 for Achane. So Austin Jackson does a good job. Liam Eichenberg makes it work. But Jonnu Smith right here, you need to clear that out. You need to take his angle isn't good. He slows down.
Yeah,
and,
correct. Yeah.
You got to clear that out, man. Because you clear that out, Achane's gone for 6, brother.
Yeah, Jonnu definitely has to treat that like a run block, and he has to be much more aggressive at the point of attacking and engage the defensive back first, not allow the defensive back to engage him. So you're correct on that one, man, for sure.
Yeah. So
and by the way, reason Austin Jackson, I know he doesn't really get, or this is not even a stat or a play that gets recognized enough, but he is a hell of a screen, lead blocker as an offensive tackle, man. He makes
because he's got quick feet, right? He's always had quick feet, right?
I love seeing that.
That's why I used to call him a poor man's Trent Williams, right? He has the poor man's skill set of Trent Williams, like the quick feet. He's athletic in space, moves really well for a man his size. He just needed to gain that anchor.
He's like Trent Williams without the thuggery. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Trent Williams is a bully. He's a bully.
Yeah, he's not. Yeah, he doesn't have that edge that Trent Williams has. I think Trent's still a bit of a better athlete than he is, and I think obviously Trent Williams is more powerful. And I think technique-wise, he's just cleaner. Like Austin Jackson, sometimes, when we go to that sack that we'll get to later, right? When you watch the sack, hands are wide, they're not inside. Never widens and sets his base, and he's put on skates right away. Right? You don't see technique issues with that like that with Trent. He's clean, right?
True.
He's clean, right? So now it's 3rd and 10. Sorry, it's 1st and 10, sorry. Tua in the strong offset right pistol with Achane and Moser, one receiver to each side. 21 personnel. You got Jonnu as the H-back motioning in there. Jaguars show cover 2. Achane's going to motion outright. And watch what Tua's going to do. Tua's going to pump fake the wheel to Achane right there. And then he's going to tuck it and run for no gain. And it's actually credited as a sack for Travon Walker. But when you look at it, there's not really much to go for Tua unless Mostert lays a block on Arik Armstead, which obviously he doesn't.
Yeah.
There's not much to go there.
I will say this: what Tua did right here is an excellent decision, and it shows maturity as far as he's not quite sure what he's seeing. Really, it doesn't look as clean as he would like it to, so he's not going to force it. Yeah. So he just decided to put the ball down, tuck the ball down, and get as much as he could, and without making it a big loss. But I will say there is an opportunity. As soon as he does the play action, exactly. As soon as he does the play action, because you see who's going with the play action. There's so much space in between that running back and that defender. You put it on his chest right there. Who knows what Achane can do as soon as the ball touches his chest and touches his hands? So that has to be kind of reworked as far as like what Darrell Bevel can speak into Tua's ear about that type of decision to be made. But regardless, Tua still made a very excellent play as far as not putting the ball in harm's way and getting as much as he could.
I know he was a little rusty with some of his throws, but the processing was fast, quick, and decisive. But also, you mentioned something, Martin. He's not forcing the situation, and that matters later in the game when we get down 14-0. Especially, you'd see him force a situation against the Burrows, whoever, guys where he felt there was more on the line against. You would see him force a situation, and I think, Martin, that was one of the biggest growth things we saw from him on Sunday was his lack of forcing the situation, and he was really taking what the defense gave him more often than not.
Right. I agree. And again, this obviously details third year in the same offense. He's maturing, not only as a player, but as a person. This is it all culminates into what you're seeing right now, man.
Yeah, agreed. 2nd and 10 after the Tua run goes nowhere. So Tua's under center. Single back is Moser. You got a 1-by-1 receiver set. It's 21 personnel again. Jags, they show cover 1 man pre-snap. Angled motions there. Tua's going to fake the handoff, roll to his left, has pressure bearing down, but he hits Hill on the drag for 2-yard gain.
It's a crazy throw right there, man.
Well, no, you know what's crazy?
Right in the bucket. Yeah.
No, you know what's crazy? If no free rusher comes free, watch Julian Hill.
Mm-hmm.
Watch Julian Hill on the crosser. If they're look at Julian Hill right there at about the 34. Look at if there's no free rusher there, you plant and you're nailing that throw. And Julian Hill actually had a couple throws where he created separation, was open, but for whatever reason, because there were multiple reasons when you look at the context, Tua didn't have the opportunity to get in the ball.
That's true. And what stands out to me about this is Tua does not panic. He doesn't panic at all. He gets the ball out of his hands, and it's just that's not even a dime, bro. That's a different coin, bro. Like
that's a quarter.
This man put it. he literally put it in a spot to where the defensive back is smothering.
Look at the coverage.
It still gets in there. That's an impressive.
If only Berrios could make those catches, when he Jesus, like that guy's useless, bro. I swear on my life. Oh my God, I don't know who's more useless, Braxton Berrios or Robert Jones in space.
Oh, geez.
Oh my God, there's at least 2 or 3 times where Robert Jones is in space this game where he's lost. He doesn't even take a body. Like this guy's too much for me, bro. So too much.
We got what we paid for, though. So
same much.
Is what it is.
Bargain bin. 3rd and 8. 2 in the gun. Moser to his right. You got a 1-by-2 set with a stack to the right. 11 personnel. Jags are going to show like a cover 6-2-4, but they're going to shift to like a 1-2 look with Savage moving up as a robber. So it's like a cover 3 robber look. Berrios is absolutely manhandled, stemming his route by Tyson Campbell on the left side. I thought it should have drawn something. Instead, Tua's going to target Tyreek on the delayed wheel. Look at the delayed wheel. Boom, he's gone. Coverage is good. It doesn't go down. But watch Berrios, bro. How's there not a flag?
Yeah.
Like even a hold. Like what are we talking about on that? Look at Berrios at the bottom of your screen one more time here. Look at this. Like you see the shove. You see the shove. I don't know how there's no call. Like, what are we saying here? Oh, and this brings up 4th and 8. Your thoughts?
But overall, I thought Tua. I thought he made the right read, but the wrong throw. If that makes sense. Because if you look at the defensive players,
you want it outside shoulder.
I wanted a back shoulder. Yes, that's a back shoulder throw. Because when you see Tyreek's route and you see the leverage of the defensive back, he essentially cut him off right there. He sprinted right there into his leverage. So literally, as soon as you see that as a quarterback, and Tua knows this, man, you got to set your feet and fire that to that back shoulder and allow Tyreek to make a play on that football. But right player to throw to. I think he just made an incorrect throw selection on that play.
Are you shocked Berrios didn't draw anything?
I am because he was clearly mauled a little bit. Look
at
there.
this.
Right there. Yeah.
Look at the hand was on the back when he was going down too, right?
Right.
Like that's a clear, like that's usually you get flagged for that. Like if that was Cam Smith doing that, they would have flagged his ass. Look at the hands fighting, and then I'm shocked.
And I don't know if the referee assumed that it was like feet entanglement. You know what I mean? That looked like it's just feet. That tangled up. So let it go. But something happened.
So this brings up 4th and 8. Tua's in the gun. Barris was to his right. He's starting to motion out there. 2-by-2 receiver set with a split to the left and a stack to the right. 11 personnel for Miami. You got Barris motion. Jags will go from cover 2, but they'll drop to more of a cover 3 look post snap. Darnell Savage is going to again move up as like a robber here. Berrios is going to come out of the backfield. He's going to run a slant to the sticks. Tua makes the throw, but Berrios can't make the play as Savage breaks it up. You got to make these contested catches on 4th down. I mean, Berrios just continues to be a disappointment and continues to show why they were looking for a number 3 receiver. I mean, if not for Malik, OBJ, and Craycraft being banged up, I truly believe Berrios will be gone. Okay. So again here, but what a play by Darnell Savage. Look at where he starts. He's creeping up into the box. He doesn't bite on Waddle, right? He sees it and he makes the play. Good play him. And then when you look at the offensive line work, great job here. Watch Aaron Brewer. He's going to clean up Eichenberg's man to free him up so he can help Jackson. Good work.
That's
there,
great blocking. That's great blocking.
That's good stuff.
Front 5 right there.
Yeah, it is.
But I will say, I thought the Jaguars' play call on this play was perfect. Absolutely perfect. Bring Savage down as a robber look, play the sticks, and if one wants to go to the sticks, he got it right there. So just a perfect play call.
That was a perfect play call. Good stuff for the Jags. Not good stuff for Braxton Berrios. 2nd and 5 after Mostert gains 5 yards to start Miami's second drive. Jacksonville had just gone 3 and out. You see Tua here. He's in the pistol with Jeff Wilson Jr. 1-by-3 receiver set, trips right, 12 personnel for Miami here. Jacksonville shows cover 2. And it's going to be a screen to Achane on the right. It's only going to gain like 3 yards. Now, I want you to watch it here. Watch Tua when he takes a snap. Tua, he's going to slight pump to Julian Hill. See right there? He did that slight pump. And what he's trying to do with that, it's Julian Hill on the crosser, but he's jammed on that route pretty good. See, he got jammed pretty good. So he had to take the underneath. What a great catch and effort by Achane there too, eh?
For real. Yeah. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, Austin Jackson, great effort here by Arik Armstead. Eichenberg, if you watch him here, even does enough with his base compromise and his balance wonky. Look at it's all over the place. He still does enough. So good stuff there from the right side of the line. Anyways, continue. Sorry.
Now, I was going to see on this play, I'm not too sure if Tua has an option to throw it to Hefe on this play because clearly Achane looks like a blocker in my opinion. Yeah. He looks like he's in the position of what an Ingold would be at that point.
Yeah, you're right.
And if you give that ball to Hefe right now, I think that'll be a much better play to be made instead of tossing it into Achane's direction. So again, another play to like go back in the film room and be like, hey, Tua, just so you know, if this happens again, boom, you're not the first guy, but the second guy just behind him. So that first guy can be the lead blocker,
Yeah, you're right. 3rd and 2 now, 2 in the split back shotgun look, 2-by-1 receiver set with a stack to the right, 11 personnel for Miami here. It's a cover 1 look for the Jags. Well, if you watch Tua, he's going to take Tyreek Hill on the swing pass out there. He makes Antonio Johnson miss. It works his way up the right sideline with great balance after the catch. And 10 yards to the Miami 49 for the first down right here.
I love the formation. Tyreek Hill in the backfield, mismatch
Great
all day.
balance. Yeah.
And for real. And Tua just plays patty cake when it comes to throwing the ball to Tyreek Hill. He has fun
Yeah.
when he throws the
Yeah.
ball to Tyreek. So
Yeah.
easy money right there.
Easy. Great balance, eh? Especially you appreciate the balance on this angle. Like he could have been easily pushed out right there, but look at that, man.
Yeah.
Low center
That's
gravity life.
good.
You know? First and 10 now,
Yeah.
2 in the gun. Wilson Jr. to his right. Trips to the left, 21 personnel. Jaguars shift from cover 2 to cover 1. Tyreek Hill, if you watch him here, he's next to Ingold. They're like in an inverted wide bunch. If you look at Tyreek Hill in the slot there, he's going to blow past Darnell Savage and Antonio Johnson. He's going to come over the top to help. I mean, there's so much to break down here. Now, okay, this is the play where Tua misses him, right? But look at what Tua does before the throw. Watch at the 40-yard line here outside of the left hash, so at the bottom of your screen. Watch what he does with the pump and what it does to Cisco. Because I'll tell you exactly what he does. Right? Pumps.
Oh.
Right? And what it caused Cisco to try to undercut Waddle. Right? He's pumping Waddle, right? Look, he pumped with that look, and look at Cisco committed. So he knows, okay, he committed, boom, reset, let it rip. Like, that is a great job by Tua minus finishing the throw. You really respect the pump on this one. Watch Cisco. You see 5 creeping up. Tua takes the snap, opens up to his right side, too. Did you see how they opened him up to his other side? Then he flips back. Look at, here's the pump. Look, and look at, you see Cisco shifting. See?
And then he Cisco takes,
he's got Cisco taking false steps, resets his feet, and lets it rip. And just out of the reach, bro. Like half a yard.
I know, man.
But that is a great play by Tua to open up Tyreek for that shot. Right? That deep corner.
Almost. It's a game of inches. And
bro.
I always love seeing this drop step. I don't know. It's something about this drop step that just is so satisfying to see. But like how you just pointed out, man, Tua's savvy to just do that hezzy pump to get
Cisco to commit.
As soon as that happens, he already knew. Boom, got him, and then reset his feet and then just tossed it. Mind you, there was a defender bearing down that didn't necessarily give Tua the best accuracy on that play. So again, it's a whole bunch of things happening at one time. But it's still one of those plays you can look back on and be like, you know what? We got to revisit this, man. You did
95% of it right. The 5% was the throw. Right?
Again, right in his face. Yeah. And it's hard to overthrow Tyreek, man, But it happens.
Well, see, the problem is, because people are saying he's out of position. No, the issue with this is, you know what the issue is? I'll tell you what the issue is. He took inside leverage. Look at how he had to round it out. That's what caused him not to be there. Watch the route. Watch the route. I want you to watch him. He's not stemming his route straight vertically. Watch. Takes inside leverage, but look at that extra step. See that extra step he took inside? He wants inside the hash. Then he has to round out the corner. That's why if he didn't take that extra step inside, he's actually probably there for the football, to be honest with you. Watch again. You'll see what I'm talking about. Watch him about 5 yards out. Look, see, he took that extra step in, right? And then he has to round it out extra. And that is a game of inches, man. A game of inches. That little step inside when he took inside leverage, that's what caused him to be late for that football. Look at right there.
I agree.
See, he's cutting in on that angle. Then he's got to round it. And that's why he's late. And that's why the timing is slightly off.
Yeah. And for all we know reason, he's been taught by Coach Welker, not to make that contact in that particular time. So hence, getting a little too over exaggerated with inside leverage, swiping the defender's hand and then just taking off.
Well, that's what you want to do, right? Like the receiver here, like Swipe his hands here and go past him. Don't round it out even further inside, right?
Yeah, I see what you mean.
Yeah, like, so, hey,
it
is what it is. It is what it is.
Crucial misplay.
Yeah, it's little nuanced things, Martin.
Details,
that's it,
man. Yep.
Like, it's all about the devil's in the details, right? That's what the saying is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
so incomplete.
God's in the details too now.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, there you go. Incomplete in a big 6-point play not converted. It was very uncharacteristic of Tua to miss, and Tyreek to miss that, but we just explained why they missed that.
Yeah.
All right. So 2nd and 10 now. Tua is in that split back shotgun look again. 2-by-1 receiver set, 12 personnel for Miami here. Jag show cover 2. Jonnu motions out right. It's a screen to him, and he flat out drops it. It's a shame, too, because look at the bodies.
Oh, my God. I know.
Look at the bodies they had. Oh, man. I brought it back
perfect. It was perfect blocking, too. Now, you good. It was perfect blocking. And I can only, kind of, I'm not trying to put it on what happened before the game, but I put in my notes, Jonnu still shook up.
Yeah.
But nah, man, you're 100% correct. If Jonnu makes that catch, no different than that Falcons highlight we saw last year when he caught the football and went and took it for like 50. You know what I mean? Like that was the play. That was the play right there. So I think you went too far forward.
I did. Yeah, I did. Mm-hmm. Was that the Jonnu right there? No, that was H-Chan, right?
No, yeah, that's H-Chan one hand. And I think Tyreek.
This might be here. This is Tyreek here. Yeah.
So and then the next play. Yep. Next play right here.
All right. So watch Jonnu again. Again, split back look. This could have been a decent gain. Where I was trying to pause it here.
Oh,
look at the bodies in front of him.
I know.
You got 3 Jag defenders to that right side, and you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Dolphin bodies coming to that side.
The only defender that had a chance is Lloyd. The only defender that had a chance to make a play on that is number 33, Devin Lloyd, because everybody else would have been perfectly wiped out of the screen by the blocking scheme. Unless Liam Eichenberg whiffs on that block right there to the safety,
which is always possible.
Which is highly likely. It's highly likely. But man, if Jonnu just secures that and then takes off with his speed, that could have been a big touchdown for sure.
Yeah, that could have been a big touchdown too.
Yeah, big play.
You have to catch that. But he had his head up ready to take off and make the play before he had control of the ball. That's a bad focus drop, right?
For sure. Yeah.
Through 3rd and 10 after Miami used a timeout because of McDaniel's amazing clock management and getting the play in, and like how long it takes to get the play in. 2 in the gun. You got Moser to his right here. It's a wide bunch set with 3 receivers to the left. You got 1 wide receiver to the right. You got 11 personnel. Jaguars are in a deep cover 2 shell, but again, drop a safety as a robber and shift to a cover 1 post snap. 2 is going to target Tyreek on the 9 route at the top of your screen here. Ball is just a little too far outside, and the coverage is good.
Yes.
To be honest with you, too, I know he committed to it. Waddle got better separation on his 9 fade out with the outside release. If you watch at the bottom here with Waddle, he gets the release. Now it wouldn't have mattered because Jonnu Smith was flagged for offside. Yeah.
And it's a tough play because Jonnu was offside. So that's one thing. It would have been negated. But two things stood out the most. One is the throw that he did make. Again, same thing from the throw before, like I told you. If you're gonna make a throw when you got a defensive back with that type of leverage over the wide receiver, back shoulder to it. Back shoulder. Just don't throw it up for grabs. Read the defender's body positioning and make the right throw. Also, like how you said, in the case where you see the safety roll down into the box like a robber, right?
Yeah, right there.
Man, as a quarterback,
you got that 1-on-1.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah.
And Waddle cooked.
Yeah.
His cornerback. I mean, that would have been and that throw would have been a better over the top rainbow.
I agree.
In the bucket throw.
For the throw he made, For the
Yeah.
like, okay, so you're talking about you got to make the back shoulder, right? For the over the bucket
Right.
throw you're talking about, that's the throw you got to make to Waddle, not to Tyreek.
Exactly. 100%. 100%.
Yeah.
Tyreek Hill's defensive back cut off his route, and Jalen Waddle's defensive back just got toasted. So yeah, bro, two different type of throws on that. But Tua has to read it though. Tua has to read. He has to read it better.
And don't panic, people. Jackson was put on the ground because Arik Armstead tripped him. So 4th and 10, Miami had to punt. So now it's 7-0 after Jacksonville scores on an Etienne run.
Damn.
It's 2nd and 11 after Etienne run goes nowhere. Tua's in the gun, empty backfield, 2x3 receiver set with a stack to the left, a stack on the right side in the slot, and a receiver split out to the boundary on the right. 11 personnel. Cover 6-2-4 for the Jags. And I'm going to freeze it here at right there. The coverage is good.
Blanketed.
Like, it's good. So what does Tua do? We bring this back. Tua's going to pump and take off to his left. But guess what? He gets the first nullified by a Robert Jones hold, which was absolutely unnecessary. So watch the right guard here. Watch the hold. Tua's gone, man. Why are you holding?
I know. And Tua looked good on that play, by the way, scrambling.
Yeah, he did.
Like he looked light on his feet. He looked like he was certain. But if you get back to that the field view of that play, I believe that he might have had an opportunity with Jonnu right here as soon as he broke that pocket, and he's looking at Jonnu, pretty much come back towards him. Man, put on his chest,
right there.
boom.
Yeah,
you know
right
what I mean?
there.
Yeah. Take that shot to the sideline. Let Jonnu make a play on that, man. So again, just small things that you can see that are good of what Tua's doing, but there's always room to get better, man. So, I like to play all the way around, but it's just tough that play was negated, by a hold.
Good old Robert Jones, huh?
Yeah, Rob.
2nd and 21 after the penalty, 2 in the gun, empty backfield, 2x3 receiver set. You got a trips bunch set to the right, 11 personnel to Miami, for Miami here. Jags are going to drop to like a Tampa 2 look here. And Tua is just going to hit Jonnu Smith on the out for 7 yards right here. Off the motion, Hefe motions out. There it is. Just simple, easy 7-yard gain to bring up 3rd and 14.
That play was well designed too. Oh, go ahead.
Patrick says, reason any chance you think we can get a good left guard from a team that's tearing it down before the trade deadline? Listen, I do it every year. We'll do our trade deadline show, and I'll have targets, and I'm sure there's going to be some guys on that. But I appreciate you. So anyway, sorry, go ahead, Martin.
Now, I'm just saying I love the play design that Mike McDaniel put together right here, where it clearly shows on one side it's a screenplay. Everybody attacks the screen, bluff, and then Tua just works it and then goes right to Jonnu Smith, right read, right throw, boom. Easy game. I think the only caveat here was Tyreek supposed to completely run off his defender to give Jonnu, that catch and then turn upfield to where he has a clean sideline to run. Maybe, but I'm not too sure if that was just a great read by Campbell.
So 3rd and 14 now. Shout out to Paulie King, member for 4 months. Appreciate you. 3rd and 14 now. 2 in the gun. Moser to his right. 2 receivers stacked to the left. 2 split to the right. 11 personnel. Tyreek's going to orbit motion to the right. See, look at the Jags here. This is what we were talking about earlier with the dimes and the rubies. Look at this is a ruby package, right?
Yep.
You got 6 DBs back here, and you've got a linebacker in the middle of the 3 front set, and then you got 1 linebacker dropped in the middle of Foysaid Olukin is back there. So this is the Ruby package here with a 3-high shell. And Tyreek motions out of that stack. It's a screen on the swing route out of the backfield to him. He makes a few guys miss, but he picks up 10 of the 14 needed. So Miami is forced to punt again on 4th and 4. But look at, man, I mean, we're going to see a lot of dime as the game continues. We're seeing Ruby this early on. Man, that defense was not playing around with not trying to get beat over the top. And it goes back to what I said earlier. And they still got beat over the top. And they should have been beat over the top a few more times. Crazy, eh?
That's just what this offense is, man. When we strike fast. But also on this play, man, shout out to the right side of the offensive line, Liam Eichenberg and Austin Jackson. They were in unison on this play. And I love seeing like them really like right there, attack, take off.
Look, we're putting bodies on the ground. We're putting bodies on the ground, bro.
Both of them make the tackle.
I did it again.
We went back. Oh, no, we went forward right there.
Yeah, no, I did it again.
We're way forward. Yeah.
I did it. Oops, I did it.
I think that's it right there.
This is it right here. Look at that.
Yeah.
But look we're putting bodies on the ground over here, even if it's by accident, Aaron Brewer. Aaron Brewer had a few reps in run blocking where he was tossing guys too. But watch Aaron Brewer here, 55. He's got, what is that, Devin Lloyd over his nose right there?
Yeah. Yep.
And look at moves him and runs into another guy. Was it Trevon Walker? Yeah, Trevon Walker got turned around and then he ran into him. That's go.
Great blocking, man. Yeah.
Let's go.
Love seeing that. Even though it was 4th down, but
yeah. All right. So here we go. Still 7-0 after Jacksonville punts. Miami's first drive of the second quarter. Mostert motions into the backfield to put 2 in the pistol, 2-by-1 receiver set, 11 personnel. Jags show cover 2. Barrios motions out left. Tua's going to fake the handoff. Watch Waddle here at the bottom of your screen. He's going to get inside leverage off the line of scrimmage, and he's going to create separation at the top of his stem as he breaks down the dig. Tua hits him for a nice 12-yard pickup. Waddle takes a big hit. Spotter has him evaluated for concussion after this play. But I want to go back. Look at you take that. Look at the drive, like he just sticks his foot in, drives to the inside, and then breaks out and creates that separation. Good route. Yeah, that's a good route by Jalen Waddle right there, man. We've watched him become such a good route runner from Alabama to where he is right now. He's already a good route runner coming out, but he's just so nuanced, man.
Yeah.
It wasn't that the greatest throw from Tua. You could tell he wanted more drive on that football, right?
But that's where I wanted to make a comment. Olu Khan, the linebacker.
Yeah.
Hell of an athletic play by him.
Oh, bro. He's amazing.
Put one hand in the air.
Remember how badly I wanted him? Remember how badly I wanted him?
Man.
Yeah.
Oh,
I wanted him or Bobby Okereke, and we didn't get either.
Exactly. And it was weird because he got yell ties too, man, with Mike McDaniel. So I was like, man, that's a no-brainer. Get this dude from Atlanta. But
look at that. Tips the ball, changes the directory.
Yeah.
Still there. Yeah. Olakin's a beast, bro. He's a monster. Him and Okereke are like 120 tackle guys, and they got the athleticism to make those kind of plays. It's crazy, bro.
In the pass game, yeah.
Yeah, man. I love him. 1st and 10 after Waddle is sent to the tent. 2 is in the pistol with Moser, 21 personnel, 2 receivers split to the left. Jaguars are going to drop to cover 1. 2 is going to fake the handoff. Barrios leaks out to his left like he's going to block, and then takes off on a go route. And now it looks like Tua expected him to adjust his route as more of a fade type of wheel, but he doesn't, and the ball falls incomplete. And also if you look at it here, oh man, we'll come back and we'll let you give your thoughts on that. But if I pause it here at so you watch the setup here, there's something I just want to show here. First of all, watch Mostert. He's gonna have a great effort on Ventrell Miller blocking. But watch Robert Jones here, okay? The left guard. He's gonna get away with a blatant face mask. Watch, ready? Look where his hand is.
Yeah.
All over the face of Josh Allen Hines, who still ends up hitting Tua and Tua draws the roughing the passer on this play, right?
Yeah.
But the
Yeah.
reason why he didn't see and couldn't slow down was because look at Jones grabs his face. Look at he's got it blatantly.
Oh wow. So even when he makes
Tua
a
took the
mistake,
pop.
you know, sometimes.
Yeah.
Tua got smacked on that.
Yeah, he got
for
sure.
smacked.
Hey,
But he got up, man.
He's good to go. Exactly.
Exactly. Yeah.
We're good to go, baby. So 1st and 10 after the penalty. Hold on. Do you want to talk about the Berrios throw or no?
Nah. Again, the number one thing that stood out was you know, the roughing the passer. That's one. And then Robert Jones just struggled this game. You know.
He's not good, bro.
Know, yeah, he just struggled.
He's not a competent NFL starter. Eichenberg was way better, I thought, than Jones.
Which is honestly, man, Eichenberg. I know we give him slack, you know, just because we.
I think you'll be able to get by with him at right guard. Just don't shift him around everywhere.
Exactly. There you go. I was just about to bring that up, man. Perfect.
Yeah.
Just keep him there. Let him learn.
Let him grow. If Brewer something happens to Brewer, knock on wood, I would start Andrew Meyer.
Yeah. Do it. Yeah.
Because you saw my film breakdown, Andrew Meyer looked way better too than you know, he's just got more power, he's more explosive out of his stance. You know, he's more athletic, it feels like in open space. He's just a better fit at center, I think. So 1st and 10 after the penalty, 2 in the strong left offset pistol, 1-by-1 receiver set, 21 personnel, cover 2 for the Jags. They'll shift to cover 1 once more. Smythe is going to pull across the backside here from the bottom, and he's going to come out on the shoot route. Tua hits him, and it's just another focused drop from the tight ends that just can't happen. You got to make that catch because you got a potential blocker up that left sideline ready to spring you a little bit. You had at least, and if he doesn't spring him, you at least got, look at where the sticks are. You at least got spacing at 7 or 8 yards. I mean, I thought Durham Smythe really struggled catching the ball on Sunday too.
He was uncharacteristically bad this game in as a pass catcher, and I'm not sure what the issue was. But it was tough to watch Durham Smythe play this game because you never really see that from him.
Yeah, exactly.
He's normally like just a staple in this offense as far as his role. So it was weird. It was weird to see that from Durham this game.
And, you know, it sucks because they got to have him out there because John isn't as trusted of a blocker as him, right?
That's a fact. Yes.
So you're kind of backed up in this situation, right?
Right.
So, anyways, all right, let's continue on here. So, as you can see here, Tua's in the gun, empty backfield, 3-by-1 receiver set with a stack in the left slot. It's 11 personnel. 2nd and 10 after the Smythe drop. It's going to be like a Tampa 2 look for the Jags here. Berrios, he runs like an inverted whip route. Did you notice that? It's like a reverse whip. Watch what he runs. Watch him out of the slot here. See? It's like a reverse whip, right?
Yeah.
He runs like a reverse whip
route.
An
arrow. That's like an arrow route.
Arrow, yeah, like an arrow route. So he runs that reverse whip back inside and Tua hits him for a minimal 2-yard gain. Not many options for this. Trevon Walker's flagged for offside. The motion there got him to jump.
Yeah. I think my only thing is I wish Tua. Obviously, Aaron Rodgers is Aaron Rodgers. He's the master at this. But when somebody jumps off sides, man, he has to immediately understand that, hey, we got somebody that jumped off sides. Whatever deep route that you got, whether it be a post, a corner, a go route, man, take that shot to it. Whatever deep route you have an opportunity to complete, hey, find it, figure it out, and let it go. Pick a guy and let it go.
Pick a guy, let it fly.
Pick a guy, let it fly. I wish Tua can really lock in on those opportunities where you get free plays to really take advantage of it. So
yeah. I agree. 4th and 3 after a 2-yard run by Achane is followed up by a run from Achane that went nowhere. Tua is in the gun. See Achane to his left, 2-by-2 personnel with 2 split to each side. 11 personnel. Jag show cover 2, but once again will shift. This time to like a cover 1 look. Tua is going to pump the inside slant, hoping to keep Olukan. I always fumble his name. Foysad Olukan. He's trying to keep him honest, which would create space for the Barrios slant, which he's going to attempt, but Olukan doesn't fall for it. I mean, doesn't, and he makes the play. Forces the turnover on downs. Watch. Pump. There's the pump. See, he wanted Foysad Olukan to roll with that pump. He doesn't. Yeah. He sticks to Barrios, and he makes the play. That is a heads-up play by one of the better and more underrated linebackers in the game, I think.
High IQ linebacker, and he just plays the position perfectly. If I can just, explain that to anybody who doesn't know about Olukan, he plays the position perfectly. And Tua had an opportunity. But again, a better play by the Jaguars as far as play calling and execution by Olukan.
It's all about the execution, man. It's now 14-0 with 6:21 left in the third as the Dolphins start at their own 30 after Trevor Lawrence found Brian Thomas Jr. in the back of the end zone for a touchdown. You got 2 in the pistol with Achane, trips bunch to the right, 21 personnel for Miami. Ingold, he's going to motion in as an H-back out of that bunch set. Jaguars, they're going to be active around the snap, and they're going to shift to a single high shell. And you watch Tua here. He's going to eye the wheel to Tyreek, but then looks it off because the coverage is good. And he's going to take Achane on the swing route to the right for the check down. And look at Achane makes a man miss. Big 16-yard gain. Great job by Achane here to sidestep Antonio Johnson and make him whiff on that tackle attempt. Just an overall big play by Achane to create something out of nothing. What a playmaker. This is the stuff you're going to miss on Thursday if he can't suit up. Like, look at that. What a play.
I know, man. And shout out to Tua, for not feeling the need. Like how you said earlier in this broadcast, he's not panicking. He's maturing. He's not forcing the football. He read it perfectly. He knew a guy was coming out of the backfield, gave it to a playmaker, and Change just did the rest, man. Good play. It looked good.
Yeah, it did look good. 1st and 10 now, 2 in the gun with Achane to his right, 21, 2-by-1 set, 12 personnel for Miami, cover 2 for the Jags. If you look at here, Tua, he's going to look off Waddle's slant, roll out to his right, pump towards Achane's wheel route at the right sideline, and then he's just forced to throw it away. McDaniel wanted a penalty here for that hit. See that hit that just happened on Tua? McDaniel. Okay, watch Tua here.
Mm-hmm.
Watch Tua after he throws the football. They wanted a penalty there. McDaniel was apparently like going ape crap on the sideline.
He was livid.
Yeah.
He was livid. Yeah, man.
See, here's my thing though. Like when you get from the God view, bro. I can tell you why he flushed. I think this is my guess watching the film. So what I see here is the pocket's actually relatively clean. The problem is you're going to get a defender trying to come across the face to Jackson, and I think Tua doesn't trust that he won't muddy up the pocket. Watch. But it's actually clean. See? I think he just didn't trust that he wasn't gonna come across Jackson's face and muddy it up. That's what it looks like to me.
Yeah.
So he bailed.
So exactly. I don't blame him for that at all.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a late hit for sure.
Yeah. You saw it?
That was a late hit for sure. And it was a little too aggressive. Not obviously it's football, but
he didn't look like he was pulling up.
Malicious intent.
Yeah, he didn't look like he was pulling up.
Intent.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, apparently McDaniel was absolutely livid about that play.
Yeah.
2nd and 10, 2 in the pistol with Moser, 2 wide receivers stacked to the left, 1 split to the right, 11 personnel for Miami. Jaguars are going to show cover 2 again. Smythe is going to orbit motion. Tua sees the middle of the field clear while coverage downfield is good, and he's going to take off up the gut for a nifty 11-yard gain. He looks just so much more nimble this season.
He's lost the weight. His feet are lighter, and he's moving out here. But I will say, as far as how this play is designed, again, Darrell Bevel. I don't know if he has the say so, but the footwork in the pocket on this type of a play, I think, needs to be redressed. Instead of Tua just taking the snap and setting to throw, I think a 3-step drop will work best, because if you look back at the field view, Braxton Berrios, I know we got our qualms about Braxton Berrios, but that route right there on a 3-step drop, I can see Tua driving that based off of the
right
room
there.
that he has to that sideline.
The deep
I
out.
would have loved for that to happen. Yeah, that deep out towards the left of the offense. So again, but that
right.
it's tied to the footwork. It's tied to the footwork. A 3-step drop, he doesn't panic, gets the ball out. But he had to run. He had to run on that play.
Yeah, guys, smash the like button, subscribe if you are new. Let's get to 200 Let's get to 200 likes, man. All right, we're only about 41 away. So, guys, smash that like button. There's well over 300 of you in the room. So, 2nd and 8 after 2-yard Moser run. You got 2 in the pistol with Moser, 21 personnel, Ingles and H back, wide receiver split to each side. Jaguars show that cover 2 man shell again, but will shift to cover 1 post snap. Safety will move up quick. Tua is going to roll to his left. Smythe comes across the midfield on the crosser. Tua is going to hit him, but his arm is held. I think this should have been a penalty.
Okay.
Smythe can't make the play. So you'll see it on this. Watch Smythe here. I'll show you.
I see it. Yeah.
But right there, he's got his arm too. Right?
Yep.
So he can't make the play on the football. I thought that should have been at least a hold. But I remember in the broadcast replay, there was like one close-up view that really showed how bad it was.
Yeah, and it happened so quickly that the ref probably didn't even have.
Yeah, it's bang bang, right?
Right, exactly. You couldn't even see it.
So it's 3rd and 8 now. Tua's in the gun with Achane to his right. Barrios motions out left to make it a 3-by-1 11 personnel set. Jaguars again in the man 2 high shell, but they shift to that single high shell again. Waddle is going to get inside release, and then at the top of the stem, rounds out over the top of the defender towards the sidelines on that bench or deep out route. Tua hits him perfectly for that big 20-yard gain, bro.
And honestly, if I'm Mike McDaniel, I'll probably save this play in the vault and run it back, because John knew with that type of matchup against that linebacker, I think Jonnu Smith is definitely one of the options on this play. Boom. It was an easy rub. You know what I mean? Man free coverage. Man, Jonnu versus a linebacker. I'll take that. I'll take that. But still, you can't knock a hell of a read and a hell of a throw by Tua on this play. Big play regardless. But I'll hold this in the vault if I'm Mike McDaniel.
Yeah. Good call. All right, 1st and 10 for the Miami Dolphins at the Jacksonville 21. Let's bring it back here. All right, Tua under center with Achane as a single back, 2 receivers stacked to the left. Strong right with Smythe and Julian Hill. Cover 3 for Jacksonville here. Chosen is going to motion in, then back out. Tua fakes the handoff, rolls out to his left. Again, targets Smythe, who's running a drag and can't make the catch. Need to involve Jonnu more, because Smythe is just not the pass catcher. Now, I don't know if you saw this, but watch Julian Hill. It's like almost a levels concept. They're going to run a drag across the formation with Smythe, and then behind that, they're going to run a crosser with Julian Hill. Look at how open Julian Hill is. That's a walk-in touchdown, my friend.
Yeah, potentially. And by now, I'm looking at Smythe. I'm giving Julian his opportunities now, man. You know, it's just time. It's time,
Yeah.
man.
Tough one. Another potential
know.
touchdown left on the board.
I know. And it pretty much the defense worked out perfectly for that play to happen too. So
Yeah.
gotta read it, man.
3rd and 5 after a 9-yard HN run is followed by a false start by Smythe. 2 is in the gun. Moser to his right. 2x2 receiver set. 11 personnel. Cover 2 man for the Jags. Tyreek's.
A reason is the screen frozen?
No, I paused it.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah. Tyreek motions to the left. Oh, is it? I think I went too far back, right?
Nah, it was still in the God view for the previous play.
Yeah, I said I think I went too far back. So that's that Smythe play or whatever. All right, we've seen that. Yeah. So here's what I was saying: 2 in the gun, Moser to his right, 2x2 set, 11 personnel, cover 2 man for the Jags. Tyreek's gonna motion to the left and back out. Tyreek takes off from the line of scrimmage like he's running a wheel, but then he's gonna stop short and turn it into a comeback, which Tua is gonna hit him for 10 yards and the first down. And then when you look at the left side here, Jonnu's route is basically a rub route for Berrios and got him open on the slant with a ton of space over the middle, but clearly, Tua doesn't trust him right now. Because look at that. So shout out to Brad Martin. He just donated 5 memberships. Appreciate you, sir. So the rub route worked on the left side, but they took the wheel, turned into the comeback with Tyreek.
Yeah, not 9 times out of 10, Tua's going to give it to Tyreek if Tyreek has an opportunity. Yeah, and you see why. Tyreek made a hell of a play after the catch. Look at that.
Yeah, ridiculous to shed that and then get up that sideline. Love to see it. All right.
Amen.
1st and goal, 2 under center. Ingold's going to motion in to make it an I formation look. 2 wide receivers stacked to the left, 21 personnel. Screen to Waddle on the left that is going to just not go for very much, bro. Gonna get about 3 yards. Now, here's the thing. Watch Robert Jones.
Yes.
Tell me what Robert Jones is doing here, because all I can say is useless in space. Watch Robert Jones, the left guard here. What are we doing? What are we doing?
No clue.
Slow to the second level, doesn't move well, and doesn't find work.
Him and Ingold went to the same player, pretty much. That's how you know something's wrong.
Yeah.
Something is wrong.
Way to go, Robert Jones.
But hey, positive play by Waddle. He made something out of nothing.
I'll take it. 2nd and goal, 2 in a split back gun look, 1x2 receiver set, 22 personnel for Miami. HN's going to motion out to the left. And you're going to see here, Tua is going to hit HN on a screen. And if you watch this, a rare whiff from Armstead. And if Armstead doesn't whiff, HN actually probably scores on this play. Look at. Whoa,
I think if you go back to the God view, right, the beginning of the God view, I think what was the Achilles heel on this play was Armstead looking back to see if a defender was in the way of HN catching that football. If he just does his job and goes straight to that defender, yeah, walk-in touchdown, because he would have blew that thing up. But like you said, rare whiff by Armstead on that one.
So Miami scored on the next play, though, with an HN run, makes it 17-7. Miami gets the ball back, still 17-7 after Jacksonville punts. 2 is in the offset, strong pistol left. 1 wide receiver to each side, 21 personnel. Cover 2 for the Jags. Ingold's going to motion out right. Jags shift to cover 1 post snap. Tua rolls to his left. And right here. And Julian Hill pulls along the backside and leaks out on the shoot route that Tua hits for a quick 6-yard gain.
Easy pitch and catch. Get the ball moving out the gate.
Yeah.
Is that Julian Hill?
Isn't
Look
it?
at that. Yep.
It
That's
is.
him.
Yeah.
So they came out of halftime like, hey, get Julian this football. He's open.
Yeah, really, eh? That's
Mhm.
hilarious. Oh man. Guys, smash that like button. Subscribe if you're new. We are about 33 subs away, and Brad Martin will do another. Looks like he's willing to do another membership donation. So if you want to get a membership to the channel, make sure you smash that like button. All right. So 2nd and 4, 2 in the pistol with Moser, 1x2 receiver set with a stack on that right side, 21 personnel. Jaguars will again shift from the 2 high shell to a 1 high post snap. It's going to be a forward toss on an end around to Waddle for only a 1 yard gain. But watch again. Ready? Watch Robert Jones at left guard in space. Look at this. You whiff and then you put in 0 efforts. Look at this. Whiff. And then, buddy, I'd bench guys for that, eh? Like, you're
I don't mean to
laughing.
laugh that hard, man. But
that is egregious lack of effort, bro. What are you
Robert
thinking
Jones'
about the
brain
pancakes?
went.
Oh my god! What do you think about the pancakes you're gonna eat after the game?
Yeah, Robert Jones' brain went like, oh. Yo, that's pretty bad. Yeah, that's pretty bad.
And the worst part about it is, bro, you whiff, and then you go to a light jog.
I know.
Look at this. Way to not try. And then look at, he has the audacity to try to hit someone at the end of the play when it's already dead. Oh, let me make it look like I did something.
It might be a case then that as soon as he messes up, like on a mental error rep, that he just completely shuts down instead of just keeping playing through it. You know,
Eichenberg does that too.
Yeah.
That's what I like about Meyer. Andrew Meyer doesn't do that. He keeps going.
Right. Play 100 miles an hour, man.
Yeah.
Make a play even if you screw up.
Yeah, especially if you're a below average player. Like, that's the only way you're going to make up some ground here.
Mm-hmm.
So 3rd and 3 after Robert Jones's valiant effort in space. You got Tua in the gun, Moser to his right, 2 receivers stacked to the left and to the right, 11 personnel, 2x2 look. Jags will shift to cover 1. You look at Tua's going to start off reading Berrios in the slant and Waddle on the corner strike to the left side. See, you saw the head. Then he doesn't like what he saw coverage-wise. Comes back underneath to Moser for the flat route and the 3 yard gain, the first down. Taking what the defense gives him instead of forcing the issue, bro.
Exactly.
But look at here. I will give Jones his props now. Great work here by Armstead and Jones as Jones watch him clean up Josh Allen Hines when Brewer comes in. So I will give him his props too when he does good.
That's a positive. That's a positive right there. Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. All right, guys, keep smashing that like button. We are 28 away from Brad Martin giving out some more memberships to all y'all. So 1st and 10 after. No, sorry, I apologize. I apologize there. My bad. 1st and 20 after an 11-yard Mostert run is called back by a Robert Jones hold. Why wouldn't it be, right?
This is not good. Man.
Tua in the gun, Achane to his right. You got a 2x2 receiver set, split to the left, stacked to the right, 21 personnel. Jags showed cover 6, 2-4, but they shifted to cover 3. Tua is going to target Hill on the out route, but the ball is just too far ahead of him and it falls incomplete. I mean, that is also uncharacteristic of Tua.
Yeah, he normally hits those routinely. Just a miss, just another miss. Boom. If he had Tyreek in the chest right there, he could probably get busy. after the catch. So, sharpen it up, man.
Yeah, is what it is, right?
Mm.
Don't ever let it be what it ain't.
This play right here. Oh, go ahead.
This play right here. This play right here.
This play right here, son. I think this is where A-Chain
This
probably
is Cryptochrono-like. I love me some Cat Williams, man.
Yeah,
so now
man.
it's 2nd and 22 in the gun. A-Chan to his right, trips to the left, one receiver split to the right, 12 personnel for Miami. Jags show cover 4. A-Chan's going to motion to the left, and Tua's going to hit him on the screen. I thought there was this great effort by Julian Hill on this play with his blocking assignment. Look at him get ahead, and boom, move that man.
Beautiful. Yeah. But I think Olakun hurt him, man. That was a massive collision. Because A-Chan was trying to cut back. And he just ran into a brick wall, bro. Bah! Oof.
Yeah.
Helmet to the arm.
His injury is apparently a high ankle sprain.
It's a high ankle sprain?
Yeah, it's apparently mild high ankle sprain right now. And high ankle sprains are the type of injuries that can linger all year.
Linger. Yeah. That's tough.
So, yeah. So 7-yard gain brings up 3rd and 13. Tua in the gun, A-Chan to his left, 1x2 receivers, set 11 personnel, cover 4 again for the Jags. Eric Armstead is going to get Eichenberg put on skates here, and Tua's going to get sacked for a 5-yard loss.
That's just a hell of a rep by a better player, one-on-one. That's bottom line what just happened between Eichenberg and Armstead. That's it. Just fought right through him. But I still thought that there was an opportunity though, for Tua to maybe, get that ball out in the middle. If you go back to the God view, I think there was an opportunity for him to kind of take that shot with water to the left. Like right there.
I don't think I trusted the underhanging defender.
Yeah, mind you, that was probably the main reason. But the pressure didn't help none either. So
yeah,
I mean, just take the sack, man. Get up out of there.
Liam's gonna Liam at least once a game.
Yeah.
Smash that like button, subscribe for new everyone. It's still 17-17. Dolphins were forced to punt. Jags punt again. 1st and 10 after this play. Let's run it. Because this brings up a punt. And then the Jags were forced to punt.
Yeah.
That's tough. Yeah. That is tough. All right. So 2 in the pistol with Mozart. Smythe motions left in line. 21 personnel, 1x1 set. Jags are going to show cover 2 here on 1st and 10. Listen, the work that Tua puts in. You remember we showed the work he put in earlier to pull the safety up so he could make the throw to Waddle?
Yes.
Look at what he does here. So what you're going to see is Tua's going to fake the toss. Then he's going to look off the deep dig to Tyreek. It's going to draw the safety up outside the right hashes. And this is going to allow Waddle to come over top of that safety, but in front of the safety off the left hashes. And Tua's going to just drop the dime in there. But watch what he does here. Pump, see? You see? Shoulder, and the front foot right there.
That was nice.
Right? And look at the defender starting to bail at the 30, right? You start to crash up because of the separation. What does that do? Now I know I've got this post route coming over top of you, and you're open, bud.
Perfect.
Great angle by that high safety, though, because if he doesn't take that good angle, Waddle's gone.
Yeah, Cisco's fast as hell, man. Also, shout out to the offensive line, right?
Giving him the time.
They gave you a hell of time. Yeah, look at that. Look at that.
Yep.
That's offense right there, man. That's great execution. Big play. They can water flexing.
That's big stuff. Yeah. So, man. 2nd and 13 now after Mostert loses 3 on a run. Because what the most frustrating part of the play we just watched was we got nothing off of it. 2 under center with Mostert as a single back, 2 receivers stacked to the left, 1 split to the right, 12 personnel for Miami. Jags show a 4-2 cover 6 look. And you see Tua is going to take Tyreek on the screen, which is shut down. There's just no bodies blocking. Like, there's no one blocking. What is he going to do?
Mm-hmm.
Make the whole other team miss?
It's a tough one.
Yeah, it is a tough one. So now you got 3rd and 16, 2 in the gun, Achane to his right. Let's do this. We'll let this run. There you go. I mean, you're just talking about to dry. There's no look at how many people he still makes them all miss. Oh my God, Tyreek special. All right, so now 2 is in the gun, Achane to his right, 2x2 receiver set, 11 personnel. You see, look at the bottom of his screen. Do you know who that is?
At the bottom, is that Dubois?
Jonu.
No. That's Jonu. Okay.
They flex Jonu out.
Wide.
Yeah, split out wide. So the Jags initially show cover 2, but Achane's going to motion out to the left, make it an empty backfield 3x2, and Jags will drop to more of a Tampa 2 look post snap here. And I mean, what can you say? Josh Allen Hines just explodes into Jackson with a bull rush here, and Jackson never sets his base or gets his hands inside. He's on skates. Eichenberg tries to help by lunging, but he basically pushes Allen Hines into Tua for the sack if you watch this play. Right? Like he basically pushed him into Allen, you know?
And I get it, right? And I think we also have to address down distance situation and where we're at on the field. 3rd and long, everybody's gonna play back. You might not have as much time as you want. If I'm Tua, I'm still trying to get the ball out as quickly as possible to keep the ball moving forward.
Bro, how are you getting a sack on 3rd down and getting this kind of pressure when you only send 3? Look at 3.
Right. Look, Armstead, Austin Jackson got dominated, so on and so forth. But my thing will always be, however you got to do it, make sure we don't take a sack in that situation, whatever it might be. Make sure we don't throw the ball at somebody's feet or whatever right in front of you. But when you're in field goal range like that, man, try your best not to get sacked. That's all I'm saying.
Agreed.
That's all I'm saying.
So another drive where we get on the other side of the field pretty deep and we don't get points. Dolphins, though, they get the ball back because they're going to have to punt after this, right? They're forced to punt. But now the Dolphins, they get the ball back and they got really good field position. They get the ball back off of the Javon Holland forced fumble. And on a would-be Travis Etienne touchdown, that probably would have put this game out of reach. 1st and 10, 2 in the strong left offset pistol with Moser and Achane. 1 receiver to each side. Jonu adds the H back on the right side. 21 personnel for Miami. Jags show cover 2 man. Achane motions out left. Tua fakes the handoff. And again, that pump. He's going to pump to Achane. And that draws up Antonio Johnson off of Tyreek, who is going to come deep across the middle on the crosser. And Tua nails it.
Big play. Look at the crowd, bro.
Well, there's a couple things here too, right?
That's wild. Yeah.
So, all right, you're gonna see the pump to Achane. So that pump right there to Achane. Okay. Now, what's the problem here? Okay. He gets that separation. Why is he throwing this football? I'll tell you why. Look at Andre Cisco.
Right. Out of position.
Back to the sidelines, hips flipped inside, squared up with the Dolphins sideline. He is out of position, like Martin said. And you got Tyreek going full speed at like 20, 21 miles per hour. You let that rip.
And then the crowd goes wild. Look at that. Woo. Big play.
Tua delivers, Tyreek does the rest.
That was a massive play, man. I loved every minute of that, man.
And the great protection. Jeez. The protection was real good on that play, too.
Literally all game, man. It felt like Tua had like a good amount of time, outside of like 2 or 3 plays where the pocket just collapsed on him. But the offensive line did a really good job this game protecting Tua.
Yep. So momentum is swinging. Jags then turn the ball over on downs. After a 7-yard H-N run takes them to the Jacksonville 23 on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Tua's in the strong left offset pistol and with Ingold and H-N. Waddle split out right, 22 personnel. Jags show cover 2. Julian Hill's going to motion to the right. Tua's going to fake the handoff to H-N, roll to his right, and try to hit Ingold on the shoot route, but it's batted down. Now, that's why this hurts, man. I'll tell you exactly why this hurts. Watch Julian Hill again. If someone picks up Josh Allen Hines and he doesn't get through like that, look at Julian Hill on that wheel.
Lead blocker.
Up the right sideline. But it's batted down. Incomplete. Dolphins would then lose a yard on 3rd and 3. And yeah. And then
missed field goal. Shout out to Jason Sanders. Old faithful.
Can't hit a 42 mid-game, but he can hit a clutch 50-plus yard, no problem. Figure that one out.
Hey. I don't even know, man.
2 in the pistol with Moser, 2x2 receiver set. 11 personnel for Miami. Jags are going to drop from a 2-high shell to cover 1 as John is going to orbit motion to the right. Tua, he's going to take Moser on the swing out of the backfield. Right there. And you got Jonnu ready to block the whole time. This would lose a yard to set up a 4th down field goal attempt that Jason Sanders missed from 42 yards out. Still 17-14. Again, so much good field position not capitalized by the Miami Dolphins in this game.
I know, man. And Oluokun is still a beast, bro. He reads the play quickly. I mean, makes it. I don't know, man. I'm still mad we ain't get him, to be honest.
I know.
Every time I see him play, bro, that's super stud. Damn.
Yeah.
But great play by them, though.
Yeah. So still 17-14 as Jacksonville punts for the 3rd time in this half and remains held scoreless by the defense. It's 2nd and 4 after an H-N run. Then that starts a drive. 2 in the pistol. After the motion. Oh, sorry. What did I say? 2 in the. Yeah, 2 is going to be in the pistol after the motion right there. So 1x2 receiver set, 11 personnel for Miami. Jags show cover 2. 2 is going to fake the toss, step up, and throw towards Waddle, who is absolutely abused. And they draw the pass interference and move Miami up to the 34.
Yep. And again, there was a lot of opportunity pretty much throughout the options at wide receiver. But again, Tua made the right read right there. Called the penalty like how they should have. But there was also another chance to the opposite side of the field for Tua to take a shot, but it was a pick and choose right there. So,
guys, smash the like button. We're 19 away from Brad Martin handing out some more memberships to you guys. If you want a membership to the channel, go ahead and smash it right now, okay? Because that boy Brad is trying to make it happen for all y'all.
Man, Brad be making it rain out here, man.
He is. Yeah. All right, so now it's 1st and 10 All right. Two is in the gun. You got an empty backfield, one receiver split to the left. You got a stack in the slot, a stack on the boundary. Love this look. It's a different look, eh? Then you're going to have Mostert motion to the left side. This is 11 personnel right here. Two is going to take the snap. He's going to try and hit Mostert.
Oh,
That's
man.
when he throws the back shoulder for you, eh?
Yeah, I know.
Finally threw your back shoulder, and it falls incomplete. Mostert came out on the swing route, and he got shut down. Couldn't make the catch.
I mean, right read, right throw, Mostert, make the play. Make the play on that football, bro. I love the fact that mostly all the plays that we talked about in the first half that you know we wanted Tua to work on, you know, after this game, they pretty much worked on in the half.
Yeah.
As far as the halftime prep talk, and he's just executing.
For real.
So I love seeing that.
Love execution.
Mhm.
Two in the pistol right here. All right. You've got a trips bunch set to the right. Jags are showing what, cover 2. You've got what, 11 personnel, I want to say this is? No, 12 personnel, I apologize. 21 personnel, because that's Ingold with the arm sleeve. So you got 21 personnel here, and Tua is going to target Tyreek off after the motion here. Tyreek runs the deep out, stops up, makes the catch. Yeah, that was a good play by Tyreek to not keep flooding towards the sideline and to stop up for the throw.
Again, great execution on this play. Very, very poised, by the way, by Tua in the second half, man. I'm just seeing a guy that just is sure of himself, reading the coverage, and the ball is out in perfect timing. So,
dude, he was absolutely lights out in the second half.
Mm-hmm.
He had a passer rating over 140.
And reason I'll say this too. Remember, Tua, it's pretty much documented now. Tua had like a halftime, not
speech,
rant, but like a speech, right? Yeah. And as a quarterback, when you're the one that steps into that circle at halftime and tells everybody this is not us and this is what we need to do, you're gonna have to be the main one to follow through on what you said. Yeah. And he literally just put his money where his mouth was, man, and you just saw it. Like you said, 140 passer rating in the second half, which was ridiculous.
Yeah, agreed. Guys, we are 15 likes away from more memberships being handed out by Brad and Martin. Make sure you guys smash that like button as you come through right now. All right. So big play there to Tyreek Hill, 21 yards. Love it. All right. It is now, we are at the Jacksonville 25 right now. All right. And this is after Wilson made that run. Remember, he had that 8-yard run down to the 7-yard line, and Tyreek Hill got called for the offensive holding, and it came back.
Mm-hmm.
So it's 1st and 20. And they had been, after that play we just saw, they overcame a false start from Julian Hill. And they just let Moser and Jeff Wilson Jr. run us down all the way. Should have been down to the 7, but obviously we're back to the 25 right now. And yeah, tough. Anyways, Tua, empty backfield. 2 receivers split to the left, 2 receivers stacked to the right. We got 11 personnel on this play. Again, you see that cover 2 shell from the Jags, motion Achane back into the field, and it was 12 personnel. And 2 is going to take Mostert on the screen. He makes a good catch, makes a few men miss, and moves upfield. And Mostert, he gains about 7 yards to bring up 2nd and 13 off this 12 personnel play.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, easy play. They just want to get the ball moving positively. Great blocking initially at the point of attack. Mosa read it well and just tried his best to get as much as he could in that play. So,
Yeah.
hey, man, keep the ball going forward, man. Push it forward.
Keep it pushing. Keep it pushing. Love it. All right. Tua in the gun. Running back to his left. Gonna motion in chosen from the left side. It's a 1-by-1 look. It's 12 personnel. And you've got like cover 6. It's like a 2-4 shell. And Tua, he's going to take Achane. Blocking just really isn't all there. Look at, again, the effort.
Yeah.
Look at everyone standing around. Just not a good effort blocking there. Doesn't go very far. In fact, Achane lost a yard. So brought up 3rd and 14.
And I'm not sure if it was a design screen from the get-go or if it was an option play to throw the.
I think it was an option.
And if it was an option, honestly, I'm probably going to take the shot at the top of the route. So with the wide receiver, I don't know which wide receivers those were. Was that Waddle and Julian Hill?
Top right is Waddle.
Yeah.
And then I think that's Smythe. That's Smythe. Chosen motions.
Okay, Waddle and Chosen. Yeah. So yeah, I think if it really was a true option, maybe Chosen would be one of the throws I would probably make. But considering, he just got back, and Tua might not be comfortable making that type of throw to that player just yet, I think he just made the right decision for that play for that time. So,
are we going up against the president? Are we going up against the presidential debate right now?
I think so.
I wondered why we dropped from like almost 400 people to like just around and under 300, and that's why we're up against the presidential debate.
Hey man, hey, that boy Donald, he attracts a crowd now. You know what I mean? So, I'm not surprised.
All right, 3rd and 14 now. Tua split back shotgun look. 1 receiver to the left, 2 receivers stacked to the right, including Jonnu. All right. And you see this here, 11 personnel because Tyreek's in the backfield. Tua protection is good. You come back here for a second and you see the coverage. Call the coverage, Martin. You got this.
Yeah, that's pretty much a roll up cover 2. Looks like Tampa.
Yeah.
So
yeah, exactly. There you go. There's a shift.
There.
Yeah, Tampa. So Tua, he's moving around, he's scrambling, he's looking, and he's just gonna throw it away to Tyreek.
Smart.
Again, nimble, bro. Nimble.
Yeah.
I mean, he would have been sacked. You know what I mean?
He's gotten so much lighter on his feet. Man.
Yeah.
Look at it.
Moving. Love it.
Running.
Those are some good athletes, man. So
I know.
Guys, we are 8 likes away from all of you getting some memberships donated by Brad Martin. Make sure you smash that like button. Over 250 people in the room right now. All right, so that incompletion led to Jason Sanders tying it up to make it 17-17. Now, after Jacksonville punt, the Dolphins get the ball back. Achane started the drive off with a run of 4 yards. Okay, so now it's 2nd and 6 at the Miami 39. Our hearts were pumping when this was live. Tua, he is in the gun here. You got a 1-by-1 receiver set with 2 tight ends also out there as well. 12 personnel. Again, that cover 2 high shell being shown by the Jags. Smythe is going to motion to the right, and Jones pulls to that side. They again open up to his right side. He flips the hips back, and boom, he nails Waddle. A good drive on that ball too, eh? Did you know?
Right.
Pretty good drive. Good drive. Nails him on the slant over the middle, down across midfield. Big play. We just hit 200 likes, and Brad Martin, he's going to be coming through for all y'all. So appreciate that, Brad. Yo, look at Julian Hill almost screwed that up.
I was about to say, yeah, I was about to say that too. Man.
Julian Hill, what are you doing, kid? Look at watch.
Can you imagine?
Guy. What are you, a defender? Jesus God. Is this guy playing linebacker or tight end? What's going on right now? Shout out to Brad Martin. He followed through. He donated 4 more memberships to all of you guys. So appreciate you, Brad, for always helping grow the Fin fam, the Finside fam community. Appreciate you. So, all right. Now, after that, all right, after that little nice play there for 13 yards to Waddle, Achane lost a yard on a run, and now it's 2nd and 11, and this is the last throw of the game of Tua. Hallelujah. Tua's in the pistol. You got a 3-by-1 look. Go ahead, call the coverage, Martin. You got this.
Yeah, this is pretty much cover 2 early, and then it's a roll down. Looks like a man free.
Yeah,
with catch coverage from the defensive backs on the 40s.
Love it.
So
Tua takes a snap, quick little screen to Achane, and bro, come on, this guy's just so clutch. We need him on the field this Thursday. Him and Wright are going to be so special together. I'm telling you right now. But man, this is the stuff from the first quarter to here late in the fourth. Achane was making clutch plays when we needed them, Martin. Nothing else to say.
I know. And again, hopefully McDaniel is just resting Achane and Mostert for the game on Thursday. You know, considering they do need some rest for their nagging injuries. So
final thoughts, final takeaways from the film.
You know what, man? Offensively, the offensive line came through, especially on the pass blocking. Run blocking, I know we need a lot of work when it comes to opening up those lanes and you know, crevices, holes. We need work on that. But I'm telling you right now, if Tua completely takes the reins, and obviously he's been given the extension, he should take the reins.
Yeah.
Once that happens, man, and everybody begins to just follow his lead, I think that's when the offense will begin to take that next step in year 3 of this offense.
And it feels like it's starting right now, Martin.
Yeah, everybody's gonna start eating, man.
That game was a perfect example at halftime, right? He went out, he did the speech you referenced earlier, right? Did the rah stuff, but then he went out and led by example, and everyone followed.
Exactly.
That's a leader. Listen, I tell you, Martin, this team, whether it was the final 2 years of Flores or these first 2 years of McDaniel, they would have folded like a cheap tent under when they were down 14-0. You know, that Etienne you probably would have scored on that play, but this team fought. That defense locked down and shut them out. Gave the offense a chance to come back, and the offense rewarded the defense's effort. And you gotta love it, man. Omar Brown says, "What are we gonna do with Robert Jones? Pray. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna pray. All right,
Omar. Omar, let me tell you, Robert Jones. And honestly, I'm interested in Wynn. Like what's Isaiah Wynn's status?
Listen, I told you I've had a Patreon update. I've had a community. Now, all you guys who got made members today, go over, check the community tab. I had a recent update on Isaiah Wynn. There's a chance we don't see him this year because he had a setback in rehab. Now,
that is insane.
If we do see him this year, it sounds like it's going to be around mid-season-ish. He had a setback. That was the problem. He had a setback. So, anyways, it is what it is, man. Right? It is what it is.
Yeah.
Anything? You got 30 seconds. Anything you want to finally add?
Nah, man. Again, good game. We got a tough one coming up on Thursday. And
are we gonna be back this weekend breaking down film?
we can take it to a Tuesday again. We can take the week, man. No
Well,
rush.
the problem is, but we'll talk about it when we get backstage or whatever. But yeah. So anyways, tomorrow there is no finish line, everyone. I'm going to be live for the preview show because we're turning around. Tomorrow's Wednesday. Thursday, I'll be live for the live reaction. Immediately following the game, we'll have a post-game show, and we'll talk about everything there. So we got a lot of content coming your way over the next couple of days, and then after that it's a free fall. So as we get ready for week 3, and we're gonna have a lot of stuff. I think I'm gonna try and get in an episode with Finn Too Deep after the game this weekend, and you never know, you might see us doing a film job. And also the final 2 pieces arrived and my background is ready to go for Thursday. So new background debuting on Thursday. Smash the like button, subscribe if you're new. We will see y'all on the next one. Until then, you already know what time it is, baby. Fins up all day, every day. Have a